Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan. Just going to do a quick sound check here. I see PB4 Gaming's already in the chat room. Hello, how are you doing, my friend? Can you hear me? So that sound check seemed to has gone well, which is always a good thing. Remember, after the show on our live reaction and chat, join Phil the Issues Guy at 10:45 for the recap and review. And I'm going to be putting that in the chat right now. How's everyone doing out there who watched the end of last week's episode? And we're going to have Negan's telling Eugene you don't need to be scared. And he's going to say, I'm Negan. What's everyone's thoughts on this upcoming episode? So, as we're just seeing Dwight and Eugene next to each other again, last week's episode's coming to an end. As it's kind of funny, Eugene's eating a pickle, and he actually bit Dwight's pickle in prior episodes, which is pretty funny. I think that was pointed out in Phil's recap and review last week. I thought that was quite humorous. So, what is everyone looking forward to in this episode? Looks like it's going to be a just from the AMC picture that I have up. Going to be a heavy Rick and Michonne episode. Looks like they're going to be out on a run to get some guns. What misadventures are they going to run into? They're seeing Rosita right now. She's kind of an annoying character. Looks like there's going to be a few Walker deaths in this thing. Oh, a Ferris wheel. A little zombie land action there. And here we go for the next episode. Season 7, Episode 10. Say yes. Live chat and reaction. Hopefully we get another good episode this week. I liked last week's episode, but I'm a big Negan fan, so. All right, here we go. Walking Dead. Previously on AMC's The Walking Dead. Yeah, this is going to be a heavy Rick and Michonne episode. So they're showing Sasha when she was at the Beachgoers. Now the Garbage Pail Kids. Guns a lot. God, I hate the Garbage Pail Kids. They're annoying. I do believe they're going to screw over Rick and friends. I really hate the Garbage Pail Kids. All right, so it starts off. There's a van in the woods. Who's that? There's a little fire. Is that Rick? All right. Rick, they're kicking a door in. Michonne and Rick are going in commando style. They have silencers on their guns. Room by room search. There's some nice dishes there. Some clothes. They're not taking any of that stuff. They're looking for weapons. And they're stashing stuff. Oh, now they're getting down and dirty. Rick and Michonne trying to make a little recon, I guess. So even in the apocalypse, there's always time to get busy. Oh, one true David Adams in the chat. I don't watch, just want to say hi, have fun. I will, David. Feel free to stay. Comment about anything. You don't have to leave. We don't bite, but thank you very much, David, for stopping by. Stay. Set a spell. Have a cup of coffee or a beer, some pretzels. Stay where everyone knows your name, Dave. All right, a little more Rick and Michonne, and oh man, just you don't want to be a walker in this show, that's for sure. Again, they're going through a bunch of crap, looking for guns, hiding stuff, or not. Oh, geez, every place they go, they are baptizing with some sexual activity. So they're getting busy with it. The zombie apocalypse definitely makes both of those two randy, as Austin Powers would say. We're out on a nice little walk now, Rick and Michonne. So far, they've done it in two places, and by done it, I mean full contact cuddling. They see something else here. They stop, they go back. Is this a new cuddling place? No, Rick pulls a gun out. Now they walk over. And it's people playing golf. That's hilarious. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Even in the zombie apocalypse, people want to play golf. That's great. I wonder what happened with those guys. Because now they're back in the vehicle driving. Pretzels. I wonder if they killed them. Rick? Rick? Michonne says, Rick? We can come out again. We should get back. I think Rick wants to have some more full contact cuddling. Yeah, I know. Rick says, yeah, I know. Rick Grimes. Rick's got his swagger back. Michonne says, okay, trying to keep his confidence up. Oh, she smiles and laughs. How cute. They drive down a very lonely road. So, and Walking Dead music. So, I wonder what happened to the two dudes who were hitting golf balls. It looked like they had some of their supplies after Rick and Michonne did, so I wonder if they whacked them out. Because it doesn't look like the two golfers joined up with Rick and Michonne. So, yep, going to be a heavy Rick and Michonne episode here. No Negan. That's disappointing. I do like Negan. Hey, thank you for the thumbs down, whoever did that. That's always greatly appreciated. Means you clicked and watched. Alrighty. That zombie there in the promo, I think, is Greg Nicotero, if I remember right from The Talking Dead. So, episode started off okay. I liked it. Obviously, once again, heavy Rick and Michonne, you know. They found some supplies. Every place they found supplies, they had some full contact cuddling. They found some more supplies, a little more full contact cuddling. They found some golfers. Pretty much sure, I think they killed those golfers and took their supplies. So, I guess golfing is dangerous in the zombie apocalypse. Some quick shout outs, friends of the channel. The one true David who jumped in the chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Also, Truetemper Rocket2, who 1Ds a lot of my stuff on Google. Dave Erickson, who has a blog, link listed below. Phil, the issues guy, who at 10:45, I provided the link in the chat and below. Jump over there for the live, for the recap and review. Chat, text, call in. Phil does a great job, and he'll co-hosting with him tonight will be John Riley. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Come join us. Dirty Issues Gaming, Phil's gaming channel with Joe Dirtylocks and John Riley. Broke Black Man 94, aka David the Saint, does a lot of movie and TV reviews. Does a wonderful job. Ron Juckett, online sports writer, covers the Washington Nationals. He has Retro Sports Network. Ron Juckett and District on Deck with him and Ricky Keeler. Mosley Boxing, if you're a boxing fan. A lot of wonderful video collages of past and present fighters. Johnny the Irish Wildling, Game of Thrones fan and an author. JD, another Game of Thrones fan and an author. Higher Ground Gaming with Eric. G Raider. All the links are provided below. Check them out. Good people. Those are the shout outs of friends of the channel. And once again, remember to 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jump over. Link provided in the chat and below to Phil the Issues Guy for recap and review of The Walking Dead. You can always record The Talking Dead, but you can always go live with Phil in the chat. As we go back to The Walking Dead now, as Rosita is stitching herself up, she's one tough hombre. Sasha comes over. Not Sasha, I'm sorry. Oh, I went brain dead. What is her name? I always want to say Sasha. It's not. It's not Sarah. Yes, she does know where she could find that many guns, but she's not telling. I think she should tell, don't you? Yes, she does, Rosita. Oh, God, Rosita. She's not going to have to find the guns. She knows where the guns are. She's going to go back and see the beach bingo babes who have a lot of guns. So, and she tosses something to Rosita. I wonder why she's not telling anyone where the guns are. I know she kind of made that deal with the other beach bingo babe, but she probably should tell them they need guns. Back to Rick and Michonne on road trip in the zombie apocalypse. They're in the van. Michonne looks over at Rick, isn't that little like, ooh, honey look. So now they're in the woods, making a little coffee. So I'm sensing that everything we saw early on was a flash forward, and now we're going to get the whole episode. So we'll find out what happened to those poor golfers. We're just hitting. Oh, there's a deer. There's a deer. Deers have not been a good omen in The Walking Dead, as Carl found that out. Well, she has a silencer. She's saying, "Shh, Rick, there's a deer. They're going to kill Bambi's mother. How does everyone feel about that?" Yeah, Bambi's going to be an orphan again. So Michonne, who's a shitty shot, thinks she's going to hit a deer now. I know that she's a bad shot with a rifle, but a rifle is easier to shoot than a handgun. I know from experience. For me, at least. And the deer took off. So Rick has no silencer on his pistola. His gun's going to make a lot of noise. You can hear them from a mile away. There's no way that deer should be there anymore. She's like, see that? It's beautiful. Yeah. Well, I don't know what they're looking at. Okay. Oh, there's like a tent by a fence or a cover. Rick hits the fence. Come out, wherever you are. And here they come. Here they come. Walking down the street. Hey, hey, we're walkers. Always who's wanna eat you down. Ooh, he's a handsome fella. U.S. military there. Oh boy. And he's dead. I get some bullet casings. They can make bullets for those. Rick smells it to see how long ago it was shot, I guess. Which I think it was a while ago. Rick's looking at the casing. They're walking forward. Him and Michonne. And she said something serious happened here. Well, let's see what seriously happened here. Show us. Yes, they are serious rounds. So Rick thinks there's guns here. Paul Lansford in the chat. How are you doing, buddy? I'll read out your chat in a moment at the commercial. There's a school bus there. It looks like a school bus. Now we flash to Rosita. He's out and about doing a little recon. I love how they all go out by themselves. I still don't understand why the Saviors are not watching these enclaves. Alexandria, Hilltop, the Kingdom. I'd be watching them all. What does she see there? Oh, there's a walker. Oh my God, ooh boy. That's about you have to really be drunk to have full contact cuddle with that one. Rosita misses, gets her in the neck, misses again, gets her in the neck. Boom! Got her. I have to say that walker looked a little cheesy. You know, that walker looked a little cheesy. Little like, oh, it's a toy gun. Toy gun. Red cap in the front. Good job, Rosita. Yeah, throw that. Yeah. Yeah, damn it, Rosita. We're back to Rick and Michonne climbing up. Watch your step. Yeah, that roof, that roof could be very, what are we, 2, 3 years into the apocalypse? That roof could have, with the water on there, it could easily collapse in. Could be rotted in spots. So they're up high. They're going to take a look at the land, the layout. Oh, there's quite a bit of zombies, walkers. Well, that looks like a carnival. A little zombie land. Where's Woody Harrelson? Do you think Woody Harrelson will be there looking for Twinkies? So I think they're going to go have some fun with all those walkers. So they're looking down there. And you know they're going in there. That's going to be the... Oh, she got the rifle out. Man, is she. Let's see if she can hit anything. And... Nope. Don't waste the ammo. Oh, she's not shooting for the walker. She hit the bottle. That's funny. I don't think she was aiming for the bottles, but she hit the bottles. Maybe she was aiming for the bottles. Maybe she's improved. You win a prize. And there goes. I told them not to go up there. I told you this ceiling was going to cave in. All that water on it. Come on, dumbasses. Oh, my Lord. We go to commercial. Paul Lansford in the chat. Let's check out what he has to say. Spoiler. Tara. Thank you, Paul. I always want to call her Sarah and Sasha. Here's a spoiler from Paul. He says, Tara will come to Rick and say, I have something to tell you around the end of episode 12. In episode 15 called, And Here We Are. We see the conversation and it is revealed that Tara told Rick. Well, she should tell him they need guns. Paul Lansford, spoiler. Rick and Michonne fall through the roof and laugh for a surprising reason. Well, Paul, I didn't need a spoiler for that. If anyone knows anything about roofs, with all that water sitting on that roof for approximately 3 years now, no one maintaining the roof is going to weaken that type of roof. And I had said Be careful. A lot of water on that roof. Could be damaged. Could be weakened. Boop, right through. So we will wait. Paul says that they're gonna be laughing for a reason. So we will wait to see why they're laughing. How's everyone enjoying the episode so far? Remember, at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, check out Phil the Issues Guy. I provided the link below and also in the chat if you scroll up. For his recap and review, his co-host tonight is John Riley. It's going to be a lot of fun. Join the wonderful people in the chat. But right now, we're live, doing some live chat and reaction for The Walking Dead. Season 7, Episode 12, Say Yes. Paul Langsford's jumped in the chat. He likes to give spoilers. I do like them, so I read them out. We also had One True David and BB4. Feel free to jump in the chat. Oh, we're doing this little webisode thing right now. This is actually, I find this more interesting than the Fear of the Walking Dead. Uh-oh. I don't know. All right, so they're doing that little webisode thing. She's going for a knife. I wonder if she's going to... Alrighty. So we're just waiting to come back from commercial break. They're doing their little mini episode. Uh-oh. I wonder if she's going to stab him. Oh! Pulls the knife out. Yeah, he did leave you to die, honey. To be continued. Fear of the Walking Dead returns in June. I don't care. I don't watch it. I thought with the Fear of the Walking Dead, they were going to give us... I would have liked with the Fear of the Walking Dead, them giving us the government's point of view of how they were trying to handle it. They kind of did, but they really didn't. It would have been more interesting to see how the federal government, the state government, the local governments tried to maintain normalcy, maintain safety, and try to contain the virus. That would have been more interesting for Fear of the Walking Dead, just my point of view. So right now, Rick and Michonne are on a field trip. They've fallen through a roof because, you know, they didn't recognize like there's a lot of water on the roof, which weakens the roof. They went through the roof. Rosita found a toy gun and killed a really fat, ugly walker that looked tremendously fake. And we're back. No, we're not back. That's a commercial. Oh, this is Better Call Saul? Yeah, that's a guy from Better Call Saul. And that's returning April 10th. Now we're back. We see the hole through the roof. And they're laughing. They landed on a mattress. They lucked out. That's pretty funny. Because that really would have hurt. They would have broke their legs. And wouldn't be laughing after that. Well, you know what? They need a mattress because Negan took all their mattresses and burnt them. A little comic relief. Oh, a lot of supplies there. Lots of supplies. Lots of food. So that's a home run. So that all worked out. Better to be lucky than good. Oh, look. It's Zombieland. Woody Harrelson. Ferris wheel. Oh, Father Gabriel. Rosita. Rosita and Father Gabriel looking at each other. Staring. I didn't find any guns. No shit, Sherlock. All day. Nope, not a damn one. Nope. Yep, you did. Right, and you missed. You shot his bat named Lucille because you're a crappy aim. And here's the other thing. Maybe you should have had Eugene make more than one bullet. Yeah. Because I'm probably sure Eugene could have mustered up 2 or 3 more bullets. And you could have went pop, 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 pop. Yeah. Yeah. Bad plan, Rosita. Bad plan, Rosita. She's taking out on Father Gabriel, saying, I'm stupid enough to listen to you. Rosita, you're a big girl. Do whatever the hell you want. Oh my god. She's become an annoying character. What are your thoughts on Rosita? An extremely annoying character. She's getting right up there in for me with Lori. Now I know we don't want to speak of Lori, who is an extremely annoying character, probably one of the most hated TV characters in TV history. Yeah. If you watch The Strain, there's only one person more hated on TV, and that's that creepy kid, Dr. Goodweather's son, Zach. But that's a different show. Yeah, Rosita, live with it. So Father Gabriel's now giving a lecture to Rosita. Let's get back to Rick and Michonne in Zombieland. Come on. What are your thoughts? Do you think that the group is too, the way they're doing these episodes, we're getting like a bunch of mini episodes? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Share your thoughts. You know, more characters. They're spreading it out more. We don't see everyone. There's pros and cons to it. They can go in a lot of different directions with storylines. I know they do it a lot in the comic, but in the comic, it seems to work better. You flip a few pages and you're at the next thing, where they seem to drag out things on the TV show. Back to Rick and Michonne, who found a lot of food. They're opening the boxes up. Let's see what's in there. Oh, those are ready to eat. All right, that's milk. Okay, so you add water like to those things. They last for a long time. They found like a survivalist's heaven. They're having a little romantic candlelight dinner. Now we have to assume that they actually checked out every place in there, that there's no zombies or other people in there, because they didn't show that. But we have to assume that they actually did, you know, check the room again for any walkers or any other human beings. All right, we're gonna kill Negan and anyone else that we have to. Michonne says we need. And what happens after that? Well, what happens after that, honey, is the garbage pail kids are most likely going to turn on you, because I don't trust them for one bit. They're very cult-like, and I'm wondering if they're going to take the place of another group that's in the comic book, and I hope not. But I don't know how they would. I don't know how they would use that other group from the comic who has not appeared on this show yet, because they're really vicious people. I don't know if they would put them on the TV show. I wish they will. So Paul Langsford has posted a couple of things in the chat that I will read out at the commercial. Sal, Red Sox fan, saying thank you for joining me, and feel free to jump in the chat and share your thoughts on The Walking Dead in this episode. So, Rick and Michonne just talking, having a nice candlelit dinner. You and me and you. No matter how you cut the dice, or whatever, how that song goes. So happy together. How is the weather? The turtles, people, the turtles. All right, so they smile at each other. Are they going to baptize this place with full contact cuddling? Oh, I think they are. Yep. Rick gets very randy in the zombie apocalypse. Michonne gives him a look, kisses his boo-boo hand. Uh-oh. She says, I'm going to eat 5 more of these dinners. Rick, she has a headache. Leave her alone, Rick. Rick says, we can take your time. Jump in the chat. Share your thoughts. Paul Lansford's in the chat. A couple of posts. We'll be reading them at commercial. We're at 9:25 right now p.m. Does Rick have a beer? That looks like a beer. Michonne says, we should get back. Rick's like, The hell with that. We need guns. And I want some more full contact cuddling. Who's watching Judith? Where is Judith? No one's watching Judith. Father Gabriel's not watching Judith. He's lecturing Rosita. Is Judith going to be like Richie Cunningham,'s brother from Happy Days, went up the steps and you never saw him again? Where's Judith, everyone? People watching, tell me where Judith is. Jump in the chat. Share your thoughts on where the heck is Judith. Who's watching Judith? And they got busy. Rick's down to his skivvies. So a lot of baptism of new places here for Rick and Michonne, as they're doing their own around the world in 80 days, if you know what I mean. So, and Rick, question to you, Rick. Al from Al Red Sox fan station. Where's Judith? Who's watching her? We're at commercial. Alrighty. Let me jump in the chat here. Paul Lansford says, Rick tells Michonne the story of how he met Glenn, how Glenn saved his life, but he couldn't save his. That causes Michonne to cry heavily. Paul Lansford, Tara's watching Judith. Thank God someone's watching Judith. Paul Lansford, Tara is actually the new baby sister after Olivia died. Thank you very much, Paul. They either said it or I didn't pick it up. We just haven't seen Judith. Where's Judith? You know? So, you know. But if anyone else has any interesting thoughts about what to do with Judith, who's watching her, you know, Paul says it's Tara. Makes sense. We haven't seen them together, though. You know? I just think it's funny we don't see Judith anymore. I mean, Uncle Negan's worried about Judith. You know, Uncle Negan provided spaghetti dinner day. You know, they didn't appreciate it. That bitch Rosita shot at him. You know, that's not really nice. Someone provides you spaghetti dinner day, brings Carl home safely. I mean, Carl did shoot a bunch of his guys. Hello? Right? You know what I mean? Paul Lansford says, we see Tara and Judith later in the episode. Well, thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate that information, my friend. How are you? Susan B., what are they saying to who is saying yes? I don't know what you mean, Susan B. Hope you're doing well. Please explain. Susan B. has just posted in the chat. What are they saying? Who is saying yes? Susan B., who's watching Judith? We need to know. Paul says Terror. I believe Paul is very good with information. Showing a King Kong trailer here. Looks kind of cool. What do you guys think of that movie? Oh, the only Negan we'll see in this little promo of The Walking Dead. You know, the difference between Negan and our Rick's group is Herschel talked about a spaghetti dinner. Negan delivered the spaghetti dinner. Susan B. says, the episode is called Yes, Say Yes. Oh, okay. I meant to type what are they saying yes to. I don't know. I don't know yet. I actually rewatch these episodes after because when I'm talking and listening, I have headphones on, so sometimes I miss stuff. If I miss anything, anybody, jump in the chat and tell me. How are you enjoying the episode, Susan B? I hope you're enjoying. I'm enjoying it. I knew they were going to fall through the roof, not because of a spoiler. I mean, that water has probably been up there for quite a long time. It's going to rot away that roof. And they're up there, you know, laughing and ha, 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 ha. You know, so. But, you know, if they didn't fall through the roof, they wouldn't have fell on the mattress. They would have found all the food. And they would have had a new place to get busy. And they'd be getting busy a lot in this episode. So, and what are your thoughts on Negan, who provided the spaghetti dinner to Carl, and Herschel, who I liked as a character, just talked about it? Big difference, big difference. I'm a Negan fan. So, all right, we're back to the show here. Who is this with the writing? Is that Tara? Who is that? It is Tara. I always want to call her Sasha and Sarah. Oh, there's Judith! Paul Lunsford's right. Thank you, Paul. We have seen Judith. Thank God. Judith's getting big. Hello, Judith! Daughter of Shane. Oh, boy. Yeah. I don't know if you should use that kind of language, Tara, with Judith. First words out of her mouth is going to be ass on the line. So Tara's going to have a heart-to-heart with Judith and tell her where the guns are, probably. Yep, here it comes. Yep. You need the guns. Just go get the guns. Tell Rick where the guns are. That's true. So she's trying to figure out a way how to tell the beach blanket bingo crowd to come fight with us and give us guns. And she's hashing out our ideas with Judith. I like it. Judith is like, what the hell is this crazy woman talking about? All right. So we've seen Judith. I will jump in the chat at the commercial. I've seen Susan B has posted again, and Paul's posted a few things. Thank you very much to both of you. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the show along with me. That's what's fun. We're all watching it together. And again, Judith gives that look like, okay, I'm with crazy lady. I actually wrote her name on my hand now, Tara. Oh, look, a little stuffed animal. Hey, there's a gun. I see a gun. I saw two guns on this. Oh, lots of guns. Another gun. You just got to kill the walkers. All right. So Rick and Michonne are going to the carnival. Here we go. Walking down the street. They picked up a gun on the ground. Beautiful. Yeah, this could be a little iffy here. They're going to try to lure the ones. Hey, come here, buddy. Yeah, you. Look. You want a date? I got a date for you. Come on here. Over here. Come on, nice walker. That's a lot of walkers. A lot of walkers. I'm sensing they'll be able to get them all, though. I'm sensing they're going to be able to get them all. Here's another walker. That car. Rick says that car. Yes, he's leaving you to get the car. No, don't shoot them. Bad idea. Gotta go quiet. It's like a happy-go-lucky episode. We've seen Judith. That's awesome. All right, so now they're going to try to get the car. They're going to try to kill the walkers, the army walkers who have weapons. Michonne goes out there. She makes some noise. And bam! Rick gets that one. He went down like a ton of bricks. Army walker guy come. And Michonne, zoop, off with his head. Zoop, off with her head. Does Rick want this car? Oh! Walker through the windshield. You glad you don't have a seatbelt then? Oh, Michonne's just left and right, walker after walker. Did I miss something about the car? It doesn't. Oh, that's gross. Boot of walker. Ooh, that's got a smell. Was it me, or did it look like last episode that Daryl actually showered? Why does he? Oh, that's gross. Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse for Rick. And more walkers. Oh, two for the price of one, Michonne. Excellent. Another walker behind. The walker's like, what the hell are you doing to me, you crazy bastard? And the walker is now out of the windshield. So what was so important about this car that looks like it can't run? Okay, they're pushing it. What's he do? Oh, they're going to go through the fence with it? Yep. Okay, so they're using it to go into the gap. Yeah, that was a stupid idea. Really, guys? And now you're getting shot at. Because, oh my, oh my God, that's hilarious! The walker was shooting at them because his M16 got stuck. That's hilarious. And now Michonne's in the trunk. What was the point of this? That's stupid. That is stupid. You just got yourself surrounded. What was the point of that besides stupidity? Once again, Rick Grimes' leadership. Great job, Ricky boy. Someone in the chat explained that strategy to me. What do you guys think about that? Jump in. Brilliant move. Brilliant move. Uh, Not really good. Not really good. Commercial. All right, let me jump to the chat. That was really stupid. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Let me go back. Susan B. Um, says, I appreciate you posting this. I always have to wait till the next day to see episodes through Google Play. Well, it's just us talking about it, so I don't want to spoil anything for you. Hey, Susan, if you want to check out an app called Mobdro. And later on, if you're still in the chat, I will post a link, a YouTube station that shows you how to download Mobdro to a mobile app, and it's great. The links work very good there. Paul Lunsford says, episode ending spoiler. I'm not going to read that one. I'm going to read those after, Paul. Okay, Paul Lansford, who has a YouTube station. Anyone see my theory video about Eugene possibly being the future leader of the Sanctuary after all-out war? I doubt it will happen, but it's fun theory, and it's very possible but unlikely. So everyone, go. I did see it. I haven't watched it yet, and I will be tweeting that out later, Paul. Paul Lunsford, if you click on his name in the chat, he has a YouTube station, has some fun Walking Dead stuff. And I did see that he had that little theory of Eugene becoming the leader of the Saviors after All Out War. Again, theory. So go there, enjoy it, share your comments with Paul. If you like it, I like Paul's stuff, tweet it out. So just check that out. The spoilers that Paul has, I mean, if you're watching, you can see them in the chat, so I don't think there's. So I'm going to read out these spoilers because I like them. He says the ending of the episode is Rosita going to the hilltop to meet with Sasha. And he says, Paul then says Rosita wants to kill Negan with Sasha, and she even brings Sasha a top-notch sniper rifle that Rick and Michonne got from the raid at the school. Okay? Sasha's a very good shot, so that makes sense, Paul. Rosita and Sasha band together and agree to go on a suicide mission to attack the Savior's compound and kill Negan. We see this in this mission in episode 14. And Paul once again says he has posted a theory video on Eugene possibly becoming the leader of the Sanctuary after All Out War. Paul does say he doubts that's going to happen. It's just a fun theory. So check that out on Paul's station. I'll be checking it out later and tweeting that out. Thank you, Paul, for sharing those thoughts and comments. Again, Paul Lansford has a YouTube station. If you click on his name in the chat, it'll bring you to his station, I believe. And you can check out his videos, which I like. It's Al Red Sox Fan on Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station. Thanking everyone who's watching now, jumped in the chat. We've had Paul in the chat, Susan in the chat, BB4 in the chat, the one true David in the chat. Feel free to jump in the chat, share your thoughts on this episode. What the hell was Michonne and Rick thinking? That was pretty stupid strategy. Hey, let's get in a car that we don't know works, but let's just push it through the gap. And now we're stuck and surrounded by zombies. Really stupid. I think your advantage against walkers is open ground. Don't get surrounded. Isn't that the point, right, everyone? Don't get surrounded by walkers. What did they do? They got in a car that doesn't drive, and now they're surrounded by walkers. Michonne's in the trunk, Rick's in the front seat. And here we go. Now Rick pops up the top of the car, It's a little Negan-esque, as you remember him on top of the RV. Rick's getting very lucky. So Michonne somehow got out of the trunk, so they probably popped the back seat, and she came through that way. And they very easily avoid the walkers now, which they probably could have already. So now they're like in a little enclosure. You're there, and the walkers they're just going to start whacking out walkers. Oh, there goes one. Another one. Another one bites the dust. Oh, another one, yeah. Oh, another one, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Little homage to Queen. And now the walkers are pouring through the gate. They've had enough of these two. They're like, get the hell out of here. This is our fairground. So now Rick and Michonne are running through the carnival fairground. Lots of stuffed animals. Michonne should pick up a stuffed animal because she did make that shot on the bottles. Whether she was aiming for the bottle or not, who knows? So now they're going to tip. Boom! Very zombie land like. Zombies are confused. They're stopped by. Oh, Rick, look over there. Oh! Another one bites the dust. Nothing will stop the walkers. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to get yourself surrounded. Keep moving. You want to go? Let's go. Now they went separate ways. A little zombie land here. Oh, Rick picked up a nice little, I don't know what the hell that is, but it's a stick, and he hit a walker with it. Hits another walker. Going to the Ferris wheel now. What did they see to come in here? I mean, I know they fell through the roof, but why are they coming in here? Oh, they think there's guns in here because of the soldiers, maybe? I'm trying to remember back. So they're driving all the walkers towards that little gate, and Michonne down on the head, down on the head. Lots of walker deaths tonight, people. Lots of death. Not a good night for the walkers. At least this is a good strategy. You know? I don't agree how they got there, getting trapped inside a car. It's kind of stupid. So they're clearing this area. This is very zombie land-like, as they're in two separate parts. Reminds me of Woody Harrelson trapped in the convenience, that booth. Rick's getting a little winded. Oh, Rick sees something. What does he see? What is that? Oh, the deer. Is that a deer? What is that? He sees the deer. Rick's climbing up on the Ferris wheel as he has lost his train of thought here, and he wants to see the deer now. Again, deers have not been a good omen in The Walking Dead. Remember when Carl saw a deer? Is he going to shoot the deer? Oh, he's going to pop that deer in the head. Is he? Now he sees something else. Lots of walkers. Run, deer! Run! Oh, the deer. Oh, that deer is foobarred. Run, deer! Now the deer runs, and Rick falls. Again, Rick, losing your train of thought. You should have concentrated on the walkers as opposed to deer. Now you're outside your little safe zone. The walkers are close, and now Rick, bam, one in the head. Bam, two in the head. Rick rolling on the ground. Michonne running to her loved one. Rick, 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 Rick. Oh, God. Where's Rick? Rick's surrounded. He's already shot 4 bullets, I believe, and now they're on top of Rick, but it's not really Rick. That's not going to be Rick, people. Don't worry. That's going to be the zombie. That's going to be the deer. That's the deer. Everyone, come on. That's the deer. He's going to tap her on the shoulder. How much you want to bet? This is going to be a funny moment. Here comes the shoulder tap. Shoulder tap at any moment. No, yes, no. Michonne's crying. She's sick to her stomach. It's not Rick. It's too soon for Rick to be written out of the show. She drops her katana sword. Not a bright move. It's the deer. Oh, look, the zombies are like, hey, how you doing? We're going to eat you next. Now they're moving towards Michonne, and Rick's going to save her. Yep, here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah, again, not really bright. There's Rick. Rick's hiding. Good going, Michonne. Way to drop your weapon. Rick picks up the katana knife, throws it to Michonne. Michonne's all happy. Zoom! Off with a few heads. Rick's now going nuts on the walkers. It's a bloodbath, people. That was pretty lame. Wow, now the hug. Yes, Rick, I love you. Michonne leaps into Rick's arms. It's a hallmark moment on The Walking Dead. Unbelievable. And he says, I still owe you one. And Rick with a little grab of Michonne's buttocks. Alright, so they're finding some guns now off the dead soldiers. And so they are collecting guns. Again, Rick lost focus. Almost caused Michonne to get killed. And himself. Stay focused to the task, people. Remember that. Especially in the zombie apocalypse. Stay focused to the task. So they're collecting up the guns. It's 9:47 p.m. Eastern Standard. They made a nice little score here with weapons. I don't know if there's any ammo for those weapons, but they made a nice score. They did clear out that area, collecting lots of weapons. So we have to assume there's some ammo, possibly, for these weapons on the dead soldiers. I'm going to assume they do have ammo, because no one else took the guns, so they definitely didn't take the ammo off the soldiers. Michonne's kneeling down, kind of crying, it looks like. And Rick's like, I wonder if we could get busy here. And we go to commercial. All right, let's jump to the chat. Susan B says, play-by-play is killing me. Hilarious, thank you. Well, 3 people don't think so, Susan. I have 3 thumbs down. It's fun, though. I just don't, I mean, again, it's a show. I love the show. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to make fun of it a little bit, too. I love the show. So, I like Negan. So, there's no Negan in this. I like Rick and Michonne. I like the whole crew. There's only a few. I tell you, hello, Tim Gersh. What's up, my friend? How are you enjoying the episode? Tim Gersh in the house. Tim, Susan, Tim, Paul. Tim's a good guy. So, how are you enjoying the episode, Tim? I think you're going to enjoy this episode, Susan, when you see it. Oh, and Susan, like I said, I'm going to, Susan just typed in the chat, they're thumbing down because you're hoping to see it. No, I know that. I know that. I know that. But there's copyright. I'm not showing anything. I already got, I did a mirror trick for a sporting event, and I got banned for 3 months. That's not happening again. Tim Gersh, I don't see it here for a few hours. Tim, have you ever, I'm going to put an app after the show. I'm not going to do it now. In the chat, it's called Mobdro. It's a YouTube, it's a video on YouTube that shows you, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I apologize. Oh, Mobdro, it's a YouTube video that shows you how to download that app, and it's absolutely wonderful. Follow Summers' filler episode site. Yeah, it is. Tim Gersh, West Coast. Oh, so you're going to see it a little later. Tim, are you going to be in with Phil at 10:45? How are you enjoying the episode, Follow Summer? I see you saying it's a filler episode, Sai. It's not bad, though. There's some humor in it, a lot of action. Was that Walker that Rosita killed not the most cheesiest Walker you've seen in a long time? So. We found out who's watching Judith. Tara. I wrote Tara's name on my hand because I always want to call her something else. I call her Sasha, I call her Sarah, I call her Phil, I call her Bill. So I wrote it down. Tara. I'm sure I'll forget by next week. And I will bathe by next week, so it's not going to be on my hand anymore. So let me write on this piece of paper here. Tara. Tara. So far, I like the episode. It's definitely, I agree with Follow Summer. It's a filler episode. It's been a fun episode, though. Follow Summer says, I will watch it tomorrow, actually. You know what? Thank you very much, Follow Summer, for joining us, then. I appreciate that. I think it's definitely a filler episode. And I will be posting that link to that YouTube video for Mobdro that has a lot of good channels and a lot of them work. Tim Gersh says, the thing is that it tells me if I should watch it tonight or keep watching Parks and Rec. I think it's a fun episode, Tim. I mean, if you can watch it like at a different time and you want to continue watching Parks and Rec, you can do that. You're not missing. They basically went on a scavenger hunt for guns. It's Rick. So far, we've seen Rick Michonne, Tara, Judith sighting, yay, Rosita, and Father Gabriel. Those are the characters we've seen. Follow Summers is getting some shots of the episode on Twitter. I'm not. It's not a bad episode. It's a fun episode. It reminds me what Star Trek used to do in the '60s. The 3 years they were there, they always had like this kind of fun episode. And this is, I mean, again, it's The Walking Dead. Not too many laugh out loud moments. So right now it's 9:51 p.m., which means AMC is going to do a lot of commercials before they go back. I don't know if this is going to be one of those episodes where they go a little over. The episode's been fun. I've enjoyed it. So, okay, we're back with Michonne. What was she crying about? What hit her all of a sudden? They have all the food. They did make a great score on this. Food, weapons, I'm going to assume some ammo. What was she kneeling for? Oh, she thought Rick was dead. Okay, it was the deer, most likely. And Rick somehow hid in a box. So it was Rick was like a Jack in a box, except he was a Rick in a box. And he bopped out. Get it? Rick in a box? Rick in the box! All right, so now is this when they're going to come across those golfers? Because there was a flash ahead. Everything we saw in the beginning of this episode, I believe, was a flash ahead. Oh, Rick's going to talk to Michonne. He stopped the van. I think he said we'll be gone. What did he say? Hold on. Michonne's just leaning against the window. Rick's hand to his head. I haven't been sleeping, he says. Well, yeah. You guys been getting busy everywhere. Now Rick's giving the speech thinking about what we lost. Michonne looks at him. The friends. He said Glenn saved me right at the start. So Lansford did tell us this, that he's going to tell the story about how he met Glenn to Michonne. So that's what he's talking about now. Yep. So Michonne's touching Rick on the face. She says she's sorry. You know. Rick kisses her hand. They're so deeply in love. These two crazy kids in the Walker zombie apocalypse. We're going to lose people. Yep. Not you guys, though, because the writers don't write you out of the show. So, yeah. Yeah. He says it's going to be worth it. Now she's going to say, when I thought you were dead, I lost it. Well, she did. She dropped her sword. Why would you drop your sword? Why? It's not going to help you. So Rick's saying, you know, it wasn't any type of life when we surrendered. Because why, people? They underestimated their opponent. Never underestimate your opponent. Never. When you underestimate someone, they will get you. Prepare for the worst. Hope for the best. So Michonne and Rick are just talking about deep stuff. Yeah, about people they've lost. He's saying, you got to go on even if I was gone. I believe that's the gist he's getting to. So he says, if it's him who doesn't make it, Michonne, you're going to have to lead the others forward. So the whole gist of this is you must go on no matter what. And because they just came from the carnival, I'll use the show must go on. Tim Gersh has posted a few times. Oh, there's the garbage pail kids. I see See, Bokrell has posted, is the episode boring? I'm not going to say it's boring. It's a filler episode. Was it Follow Summer who said that? Let me just go back a bit. Yeah. It's a filler episode. Just they got some guns. Now they're at the garbage pail kids and they're giving them the guns. And food, lots of food. So they gave practically all their supplies to them. I don't like these garbage pail people. That's a lot of guns. See, now they want more guns. I don't like these people. I don't like her. She looks like a bug. She looks like a praying mantis, the leader of the garbage pail people. Okay. I don't like them. I don't trust them. I think they will turn on our group. And they're keeping 10. 9 and the cat back. That's funny. They took the cat when they were there. Rick's going to keep the cat. He says 20. We fight together. This is a little bit like pawn shop. You know what I'm saying? A little haggling back and forth. American Pickers. Actually, more American Pickers. They're in a dump yard. I don't like these people at all. I don't like them. And again, I wonder if they're going to take the place of another group that's in the comic book. And I'll just say it, the Whisperers. I wonder if they're going to take the place of the Whisperers. I hope not. Because I don't know how they're going to really do the Whisperers on the show. They're very... You think Negan's dark? Wait till you get to the Whisperers. Whisperers make Negan look like Santa Claus. Now Michonne says, we'll find more guns. So we're at 9:58. I believe this episode will be coming to an end shortly. We're going to get the clip. We'll stay for a little bit before Phil the Issue Guy comes on at 10:45. There's a link below. Check it out. Check out Phil the Issues Guy. His recap and review with his co-host tonight is John Riley. All right, we're looking at a house now. Who's in this house? We're back in Alexandria. There is Tara, as I look at my hand, not to forget her name. Tara, okay, Paul gave a foreshadowing of this. I think this is the part where she's going to tell him about some guns that they really need. And Tara had this whole discussion with Judith on what to do. Should she tell them or not tell them? And Judith was like looking at Tara like, what are you talking about, crazy woman? I just want to play with my crayons. So, come on, Tara, tell him. You know where there's lots of guns and people. Yes, tell him. Oh, wow, is that that's Hilltop. Okay, Paul Lunsford did tell us about this. Rosita got to the Hilltop really quick, like quick travel in a video game. She's very determined. There's Sasha. So she's going to have a discussion with Sasha regarding the killing of Negan. And again, if I was the Saviors, I'd have people watching these outposts. I'd have someone watching at all times, different people watching the Hilltop, Alexandria, the Kingdom. I mean, it looks like Negan has captains in charge of those areas. And if I was a captain of that area, you would bet your butt that I want to know what's going on. I can put a couple of guys on reconnaissance / surveillance. If I was watching the Hilltop, if that's where I go to shake them down to get my money, my food and stuff, I'm having a couple of guys watch them all the time. Not inside, and I might actually pay someone off on the inside with stuff to get inside information. I just don't get why Negan's people have not done that. That's the one thing I don't. I know it's a show. There's a nice sniper rifle there that Paul was talking about. Yep. So that's a good sniper rifle. But yeah, that's my pet peeve with Negan's people. If you're the person in charge of getting the shakedown from Hilltop, or the other group that shakes down the Kingdom, even Alexandria, especially Alexandria, Rick's there. Rick has already fought against you, killed your people. His son went there to try to kill you, killed your people. Why do you not have any surveillance, any reconnaissance constantly on those 3 areas? Rotating people, constantly watching, reporting back. Information, my friends, is power. I will be jumping in the chat. I see a lot of new posts there. Thank you very much. Al Red Sox fan saying thank you very much for joining me and the people in the chat. If you're watching and you haven't jumped in the chat, feel free to jump in the chat and share your thoughts on The Walking Dead. Favorite characters, least favorite characters. We found out who's watching Judith tonight. Tara. All right, now we're getting the clip. Next week, we're seeing... Where's she going? Where was she going? All right, there's Ezekiel. All right, it looks like there's going to be some sort of showdown with the Saviors. I think Ezekiel is going to say, time to kill some Saviors. All right. All right, so the Talking Dead's on. I'm shutting that off. Let's jump to the chat and see what's going on here. Paul Lansford says, not a filler episode, set up a new dynamic with Alexandria in the junkyard. It sets up Alexandria going to the ocean side. Sasha, Rosita are bringing the fight to the sanctuary, sparking war. Follow Summer says, I know they are setting up for war, but too slow for me, I guess. I agree, Follow. I think they go really slow on the show, and I think they could speed it up a bit. I agree with Follow. Tim Gersh, Jana is my hero. Paul Lansford, wait until episode 14. Sasha and Rosita are badass. Thank you for that information, Paul. Follow Summer, should be awesome. Tim Gersh, well, Negan does keep the Savior crazy people in line. He sure does, Tim. And he gave them a spaghetti dinner for Carl. Tim Gersh, nah, Negan should have one guy stop in every day with Alexandria and Hilltop. Paul Lansford, heading out. Adios. Thank you very much, Paul. And remember to check out Paul Lansford's channel. Lots of spoilers, lots of good information there. If you click on his name in the chat, you can go to his channel YouTube link. Paul says he'll be back next week. All right, Paul. Thank you for coming by. Stay safe, my friend. Health and happiness. Tim Gersh, Kingdom is kind of an equal partner. So, yeah. Paul Lansford, next week is my second favorite episode this season. So, again, if you want a little inside information, check out Paul Lansford's channel. He has a lot of information. I don't like to call them spoilers. I call them information. If you don't want to know, don't go. But I like to know stuff. So this is Al Red Sox fan saying, very enjoyable. Thank you very much. Jump in the chat. We're going to stay a little longer. Fill the Issues guy. I provided a link below. We'll be doing a recap and review with John Riley at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to jump over and join us there. Lots of friendly people in the chat. You can call, text, or chat, and Phil will read it out and give his review of the show. It's very fun. Phil does not like, well, Phil's not too, I'm a big Negan fan. Most people over there aren't big Negan fans, so I need some Negan fans to come over with me. Timo's a Negan fan. Actually, there are Negan fans over there. But yeah, jump in, check that link out. Join the Friends of Phil in the chat. Thank you very much for everyone who watched and jumped in the chat. Again, I'm going to stay on just a little bit longer. If you want to share any of your thoughts on this episode, feel free to do so. It's now 10:05 p.m. We want to say quick thanks before I forget to the people who have jumped in the chat and shared. We had BP4 Gaming, One True David Adams, Paul Lansford, Susan B. Thank you very much for joining us. Susan B's new. Hopefully you'll come back, Susan B. I hope you appreciated. I appreciate you came in. I hope you had fun. Tim Gersh, thank you very much. Follow Summer also. Thank you. Seb Coral, thank you very much. Seb had asked, is this episode boring? No. I thought it was a fun episode. Again, like Paul said, a building storyline. I wish they'd go a little faster with the storyline, but they're getting there. So those are the people who jumped in the chat this week. feel free next week to jump in the chat if I'm back. I will try to do these every time The Walking Dead's on. Also, Phil the Issues guy. Oh, Susan B says yes. Thanks. See you next time. Oh, wonderful, Susan B. If you want, subscribe, share, like, but most of all, come back and share your comments. It's so much fun to do this and just talk about it and have people in the chat back. A lot of fun. Appreciate it. So the fun's going to continue at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Phil the Issues Guys channel. The link is provided up top in the chat and also below on this YouTube page. That's Phil's recap and review. His co-host tonight is his producer, John Riley. Wonderful people. Tim Gersh says Phil's about 30 minutes. Yes, about 30 minutes away. I'm going to be going over there. I'm going to be jumping off here in about 5. It depends, 5 or 10 minutes. See if anyone wants to jump in and chat a little bit about the chat. Chat about the chat. I need another cup of coffee. Chat about the chat. Okay, let me just look at my hand. Her name's Tara. All right, I'm set. We found out that Tara watches Judith. What did you think about that scene? The heart between Tara and Judith. Tara saying, "Oh God, I know where all these guns are at. Should I tell them?" Yada yada. Judith is like looking at Tara, going, "You're crazy." I liked Olivia better. Um, so Tim Gersh says, "Well, I'm in the chat now." Yes, you are, Tim. I see you. Thank you very much. Are you in both chats over at Phil's? So, how did you guys like the episode? I enjoyed it. You don't have to rate it. Timer says 30 minutes ish. I did like this episode. I did enjoy season 7, episode 12. Say yes. I think the say yes was, and I'm gonna watch the episode again. But what was it when they're negotiating back and forth with the garbage pail kids, or is the say yes when Rosita and Sasha start talking about going to kill Negan? Tim says, yeah, Phil's on the other tab. Tim, I greatly appreciate you coming over and sharing with us. Tim Gersh, good friend of the channel. Met Tim through Phil. Tim's a wonderful person. Tim says, yes to the dress. So, all right, people. Oh, before I'm going to put a YouTube link up for Mobdro. It shows you how to download it. I might have to do that. I have to find it. All right, so I'm going to come back, and I will be putting a YouTube link down in the comments once this loads and publishes to Mobdro for people who want to watch The Walking Dead and have to wait a day or so. There is a AMC link on Mobdro. It usually works. Sometimes it freezes up because there's a lot of people jumping on there to watch The Walking Dead. Also, there's a good app called Showbox, which people put the episodes on like tomorrow. The episode will be on like later tonight, after 12. And that's called Showbox. Those aren't live streams, though. It's just people putting the episodes up. Tim Gersh says, yeah, Al, we'll keep this on, and I will tell you when Phil is live. Okay, thank you. So I'll stay on. Tim's going to tell me when Phil's on live, and that's when I'll go off and jump over to Phil's channel. Anyone who's watching, what are your thoughts on the episode? I enjoyed it. Susan thought it was like a filler episode. Paul said it was just a setup episode. Filler and setup, kind of the same. Tim Gersh says he's staying. I think he means he's staying because I'm having fun here. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. I thought it was a very enjoyable episode. Okay, I have a few issues. When they went up on the roof, only because I've dealt with roofs when I was younger and in the real estate business, working in facilities and real estate at a corporation, a supermarket headquarter. The
Oh, Tim Gersh says thank you. No, thank you, Tim. Thank you, my friend, and thank everyone who jumps in the chat or is watching now or later. And even thank you to 3 people who gave me a thumbs down. Awesome, man. Awesome. Means you clicked on it. Again, this is just a live chat and reaction, no video. So, um, yeah, the roof with Tim. How long do you think this has gone on? The Walker apocalypse, zombie apocalypse. 3 years? Is that the guess? Like 3 years for this? So when they went up there and I saw all that water on the roof, and you know the roof has not been maintained, we'll say for 3 years, and you don't know when it was last maintained and repaired. Um, that water sitting on that roof is going to rot right through. So I mean, you can go back. I did say I wouldn't be standing on that roof for too long because you're going to go through. Follow Summer says it's been a couple of years. Okay, so I mean, yeah, again, stuff is going to start to break. It was funny. They fell through. They hit a mattress. They found a ton of supplies. When they fell through, my only other pet little peeve, not a peeve, we have to assume they checked out the building they were in and no walkers, no humans. Okay. I thought the whole zombie land theme at the carnival was kind of fun. Rick lost focus on his task. You know, Rick lost focus on his task when they're trying to clear the walkers. He saw the deer and he wanted to shoot it. Made no sense. He fell out because if you shot it, it just made no sense. He lost focus. He fell. He didn't shoot the deer. The deer ran away. Then you see a bunch of walkers eating something. You know it's the deer. You know it's not Rick. Michonne's like, oh my God, Rick. What have they done to Rick? Nothing. Rick's hiding in a box. Rick became a Jack in a box or a Rick in the box. So, I mean, that was kind of, Rick loses focus. Also, the way they got to the carnival area using that car was stupid. They could have just walked in, killed the walker. They could have killed the walkers in the breach. It wasn't like they had enough time to push the car, right? I'm pretty sure they could have walked in and maneuvered around the walkers. The one thing, the strategy, Tim and Follow Summers and anyone else in the chat, what's the best strategy for walkers? Don't get surrounded. So they get in a car and they get surrounded. Now they get out of it because of writing. The writers aren't going to have them killed. And I just thought that was silly. And again, it's a fun show. I love the show. There are a few shows I watch every week. Walking Dead's one of them. Game of Thrones another one. The Strain on FX coming up with their last season. I watch that. I'm trying to think of some other shows. Those are Gotham I like to watch. I mean, there's not many shows that I always watch every week. Let me jump to the chat real quick. Summers, I said that it's been a couple of years. Tim Gersh says, well, it's gone on since 2007. Tim Gersh, because one house in S4 had an Xbox 360 in it. Follow Summer, haha. Do you think that was a mistake? Tim Gersh, well, best start is choke points. Yeah, you get them in a choke point and you kill them. But, don't get surrounded, if I'm understanding Tim right. I agree. Follow Summer. I guess you can't be on the game 24/7, even in the walk. No, you can't. But that's fun, though, to pick it apart. That's the enjoyment of the show. I'm sure I'd F up right away and get eaten. So, all right, we're at 10:14. Tim Gersh has Phil the Issues guy on the other tab. He's going to tell me when they're right about to go live, and that's when I'll shut down here. The episode, I liked the episode. Filler episode, setup episode, whatever you want to call it. I enjoyed it. It was fun, action. The zombie, the walker that Rosita killed was pretty cheesy looking. Did you share your thoughts on that? It was pretty cheesy looking. Rosita is really annoying, and I hope if they kill someone, if it's Sasha or Rosita, I hope it's Rosita, but I don't think so. I think it might be somebody else. So at the end, it looks like they're going to be going on a suicide mission to try to kill Negan. Really with a sniper rifle, it shouldn't be too much of a suicide mission. You just need to camp out someplace and hope to see Negan and pop him in his head. Sasha's a very good shot. The highlights of this episode, we never found out what happened to the golfers. You know that in the beginning they showed those two guys hitting golf balls? Did I miss something? Tim Gerst says, well, if you can have 20 zombies, that's too much. But if it's 21 at a time, that's not bad. I agree. If you get them one at a time, their strategy, Tim and Follow Summer, was pretty good when they got in the carnival area. They used the little gates, the little fences. You bring the zombies to you, you kill them. Good strategy there. You know, again, the walkers' power comes with numbers, and that they're not indestructible, but just not afraid. They're going to keep coming. If anyone's read World War Z, which is much, the movie's okay, but the book is 100 times better. Bunch of short stories. The movie really takes one short story sort of and goes with it. I recommend if you like the genre of zombie apocalypse, read the book World War Z by Max Brooks. Very good. And I think on YouTube you can actually find the audiobooks. Someone's posted all the the every part of the audiobook. Follow Summer says, I think Rosita should get her actual death from the comic. That would be epic. Yes. Follow Summer. Oh, gotta read that. World War Z is very good. Very good. Movie was good, but nothing like the book. The title is the only similarity. They basically in World War Z took two storylines and kind of put it together and made the basis of the movie, not the whole movie. Uh, the book, I mean, it's about there's very little of the book in World War Z, the movie. And if you go to YouTube now, if Tim, if you can put it, yes, the book is better. Yeah, I I have found that most of the time the books are better than the movie or the show. Like I watch The Strain, and it was a 3 book series from Guillermo del Toro, and I can't think of the other author's name. The books are 100 times better than the TV. I enjoy the TV series. The Strain's is a vampire like apocalypse. It's kind of cheesy, but I enjoy it. I like Z Nation. Z Nation, a very cheesy, very enjoyable popcorn fun. Tim, or even Follow Summer, if you bring up another tab and you go to YouTube, type in World War Z audiobook, and I guarantee they're a bunch of short stories. So some people, I've seen them on there before. I have the audiobook, but I don't know how to load it to YouTube, or I would. Um, the They were fun. I enjoyed it. I've read it 3 times, the book. I've listened to the audiobooks many times. Um, Tim Gerst says, hey, can you email me, Paul, at are you? Oh, Tim, you know what you should do? Paul's not in the chat anymore. Are you talking about Paul Lansford? Click on his name and just, if you want, send him a message with his email. I don't. He left the chat a little while ago, Tim. If that's what you mean, Paul. If you mean Paul, Follow Summers. Same with the comic. I like the comic book version story of The Walking Dead is better, but the TV show I am more emotionally invested in, I guess. Very understandable, Follow. Very understandable. I'm up to. I just started reading the comics a little while back. Yeah, Paul's channel. Yeah, just scroll up, Tim, and click on his name, and I believe it sends you to his channel. His channel's pretty good. I subscribe. He's got a lot of spoilers, a lot of interesting stuff. If you're not a spoiler person, it's not going to be for. I enjoy the spoilers. Broke Black Man 94. Hey Al, just came by to say hi. I'm about to do my video. Hope your mom is healing better. Peace. Thank you. Mom has pneumonia. She's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, David, the Saint. Also, a good friend of the channel, as I shouted out earlier, Broke Black Man 94, aka David the Saint. His links provided below. He has a wonderful channel. Check out his wonderful movie and TV reviews. Chokehold jumps in. Hello, Chokehold. How are you? He said, he or she says, it was a good episode. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it, Chokehold. It was fun. There was action. I liked the episode. Tim Kerr says, yeah, it won't work. Okay, Tim. Um, if you type in on YouTube, Paul, um, I'm trying to think. Hold on, bear with me, everyone. I went brain dead. Anyone, if you, Tim Gersh is trying to get on Paul Lansford's YouTube station. I thought if you clicked on the name in the chat, it sends it to you there. God, I butchered that. Speak of the English. Not so much to me tonight. Follow Summers. I found the World War Z. It's like 12 hours. Oh, on YouTube, follow it. Listen, it's enjoyable. The voice acting is excellent. They use a lot of different actors and actresses. It's excellent. My favorite story there is in Japan, a young man's trying to get out of an apartment building. That's my favorite. And also, there's a woman who is a pilot and her plane crashes, and she has to fight her way back to a safe zone. They're all good, but those are two of my favorites. Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy it very much, Follow Summer. Anyone, check out World War Z, Follow Summer. Like I told Follow, if you go to YouTube, right, and you type in World War Z audiobook, it's there. I've read it. I own it. Um, Follow Summer says, oh, cool. Um, Chokehold says he or she enjoyed the episode. I did too. I liked the episode. It was fun. I like fun. Tim Gersh says, oh, Japan is super packed. Tim, did you read World War Z? Or the audiobook? I think you'd like it. And again, you can find that on YouTube, the audiobook. I own the book. I own the audiobook. I like I said, I've read the book 3 times over in bits and pieces a lot. You know, like because they're like a bunch of short stories that kind of combine. Um, and I listen to the audiobook every once in a while to my favorite. The only thing with the audiobook, and now that I said my favorite thing was the kid in Japan trying to get out of the building, that's not in the audiobook. That's one of the ones they didn't put in. It's in the book, but not in the audiobook, which stinks because I was looking forward to that. The girl, the woman pilot, that's in the audiobook. So it's now 10:22. Oh, Chokehold's back in. And Chokehold says they had some alone time at the amusement park. Hello, Chokehold, they had some alone time lots of places. They got busy on a lot of places, Chokehold. And thank you very much to Chokehold for joining us. That's a new name I haven't seen in the chat. Follow Summers, thank you very much. Tim Gersh, thank you. Broke Black Man 94, thank you. Paul Lansford, thank you. As I again gonna scroll up and say thanks to everyone again. Susan B, thank you very much. Was a new person. And BP4, thank you. Seb Carell, thank you. I'm gonna be going off at around 10:30. Get ready for Phil's show. Tim Gersh says no, but I've been to Tokyo, Japan. Oh, really, Tim? Tell us about that if you want to share some of that in the chat. Yeah, it's yeah, I recommend if you like reading and you like the zombie genre, World War Z. Excellent. If you have a Kindle, you can probably get it cheaper than buy. I bought the paperback. Follow Summer says, thanks for doing this again. Fun. It is a lot of fun. I know I got some thumbs down, but that's fine. And again, I think it's because they think they're going to see the video. I say there's no video. I guess I could put it in the thing, but I've done that too when I've done boxing shows. No video, and I still get the, bad words. Chokehold says, thanks for the shout out. No problem, Chokehold. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see everyone again and share your. Paul Lansford had a theory, and I'll just throw this out there. He has it. It's up farther up in chat where, and again, it's a theory. It's a fun theory, discussion point kind of thing. He was saying, what if Eugene became the leader, the saviors after All Out War? Now, if you read the comics, I don't believe that happens. In fact, I'm sure it doesn't happen. I haven't got that far in the comics. But it's a fun theory. It's always fun to come up with theories. Do you think they'll let Negan's character grow? His character's kind of grown in the comic book. Again, I haven't got there, but it sucked when he died. They let his character evolve. Merle was one of my favorite characters. Loved Merle. Loved Merle. Chokehold says, I subscribe. Oh, thank you, Chokehold. Tim Gersh, 100 people per square mile in Japan, in Tokyo. Yeah, lots of people. Yeah, that's not the place you want to be during a zombie apocalypse or any type of outbreak of anything. Not good. Thank you very much, Chokehold, for subscribing. Greatly appreciate that. I like the eye wink. I appreciate that, my friend. Mike Money Baby, do you think Dwight will be a badass on the basis he will he will betray Rick. Do you mean he'll betray Mike Money Baby? Do you mean he'll betray Negan? Chokehold. My game tag is Six Pack. Chokehold, do you have a YouTube station? If you do, just go to my station and go to any video and just put it your link below, and I will check it out and subscribe. Because if I click on your name now, it takes me out. I'm not really savvy with this, and then I get bounced out of the chat. Chokehold says he plays a lot of Halo 5. Okay, cool. And do you have any video gameplay? Would love to check it out. Follow Summer says, I miss so many characters. Glenn, Abraham, Tyrese, T-Dog. Okay. Yeah. Now, would you think it would have been cooler if Glenn died under the dumpster? Mike Money Baby says yes. Yeah, he's gonna betray Negan. Spoiler alert. Do you read the comic, Mike Money Baby? Because I mean, you hit it out of the ballpark there, Mike Money Baby. That's coming. What you said. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but that's coming. All right, we're at 10:27 Eastern Standard Time p.m. I'm gonna stay on for a few more minutes. A lot of nice people in the chat. Mike Money Baby just jumped in. Thank you very much. Chokehold jumped in. Chokehold says, my wife and son say hi. Hello! Hope everyone's doing well. Mike Money Baby says, do you think Jadis will take guns and betray? Yes! You talking about the garbage pail kids, right? Mike? Yes, I think she's definitely gonna betray them. I don't know when, whether it's after the war, during the war, she might switch sides. I don't know. I think she's definitely gonna betray them. And again, shout out to Chokehold and his son and wife. Thank you very much for all three of you joining us here. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys come back. Thank you to Chokehold for subscribing. Thank you for Mike Money Baby for jumping in. And last thing, yeah, I agree, Mike Money Baby. You can't trust the garbage pail kids, as I call them. No way. No way. None. No. A big no. And the last thing I'm going to throw out there, and I just forgot. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. Your mind goes. Yeah, I forgot what I had a really good, interesting theory on something, and I wanted to know what you guys thought. And let me just go. It was a Negan thing. Oh, I remember. Do you think the Garbage Pail Kids are going to take place of another group in the comics called the Whisperers? Mike Money Baby. Rick and Michonne are busting their ass and only get 9 guns. Oh, you mean in the trade? Yeah. Yeah. Well, now they're going to go to that seaside. Tim Gersh. Seems like Al's done NP because Phil's live soon. Okay. Tim has given me my notice. Phil the Issues guy is coming up soon. Guys, if you want, please, I recommend there's a link below to Phil, and even if you scroll up in the chat, to Phil the Issues Guy's channel. He's going to do a recap and review with friends of Phil. It's absolutely awesome. Come on over. Come on over and join us. I'm going to be going off in a minute. Thank you very much to everybody. Fellow Summers quickly says, could be Whisperers are pretty intense for TV. I agree, and on that point, I shall leave. Thank you to everyone. One more quick shout out to everybody who jumped in the chat and everyone who's watched. Thank you very much, Al Red Sox fan. Thank you to PB Gaming. Thank you to Susan B, Paul Lansford, Tim Gersh, Follow Summer, Sieber Corel. As I'm scrolling down, and I don't want to miss anyone. Brett Blackman 94, Chokehold. Thank you to Chokehold, his wife and son. Thank you to Mike Money Baby. Thank you to everyone. Health and happiness. Tell the people you love them every day. Give them a hug. God bless. Take care. See you soon. And Mike Money Baby, thank you for the subscribe. Come over to Phil the Issues Guy. Link provided below and up in the chat. It's below on this page. It's right there. Phil the Issues Guy. Recap and review. Click on it. The show's starting at 10:45. Come on over. Join the Friends of Phil. Thank you to everyone. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.